Okay, so now that we have almost everything done, the last thing that we need to do is make sure that we actually do the horizontal alignment. So I say a lot of the things out loud, like for instance, the vertical alignment, the horizontal alignment, the angular alignment. So again, the vertical angular alignment is vertically, how is this faceplate? Then you're going to have the vertical alignment, where is the center line of the shaft and are they vertically aligned? Then you're going to have the horizontal, so where is it in relationship to this way as far as the angle goes? And then now we need to make sure that the shafts are sitting at exactly the same place horizontally in regards to the center of this. So we're going to do the same thing that we did for the vertical alignment. We're going to go ahead and find our soapstone mark, and we're going to set our indicator back up to where it's actually on the outer side of the hub here. And we're going to repeat the process right there. So I'm looking at 40 on the negative side as I'm rotating this around. It is heading still in the negative side, and I'm going to bring this around to where it's horizontal and then use this. We have 40 and 10, so that means it's about a difference of 30 thousandths. Now, just like we did with the vertical alignment, okay, we're going to use about half of that. So if I'm 40 here and I'm 10 there, that's a difference of 30. So that means that we need to bring this motor, okay, about 15 thousandths this way, in this direction, because if I'm pulling up, that's where it was 10 over here, so I need to split that difference. Now, what we're going to use is this motor plate, kind of the same way that I used the jack plate, but we got to be cautious about how we do this, because we've already gotten the horizontal angle alignment, so now we want to make sure that we're putting the exact same amount of turns on each one of those in order to push it in a linear direction. So what we're going to first do is we're going to take our wrench and we're going to loosen up this motor plate just ever so slightly. It can still have a little drag on the screws because you can force it a little bit to skid on that plate. You don't want it terribly loose. And then what we're going to do is we're going to back these off to allow the motor to move in this direction, because I've determined that I need to move the motor in that direction. Now what I'm going to do from this point is I'm going to start moving this at about the same each way. So what I'm going to do is move this down about let's say 45 degrees. I'm going to move this one about 45 degrees. And what I've already noticed is that I've moved to about the 30 on my dial. And I'm going to go a little farther to the 35 and doing the same each time. So now I can go back, and if I'm at 25, I can bring this over and see that I'm going to need to use my mirror and see that I'm at about 25. So I lucked out with this because I was able to actually hit it the first time. So this is absolutely great. What I now want to do is go ahead and tighten this up to make sure that there's no movement. All right, and settle this thing out in any way. Go ahead and make sure that these screws are run back up. And now what I'm going to do is go through the whole process. I'm going to check this out. I'm going to check my vertical out while I'm at it. Then I'm going to change this back around to make sure that I'm touching on this face and make sure that everything lines back up, and make those small adjustments as I need to. Okay, so this is the last of the alignment. After this, what we can do is once we've verified everything, then we can start bringing it together and bolting it up.